Episode 3 of Sirens begins with Simone waking up from a nightmare in Devon's guest house. Devon tells her she had a really bad panic attack, and Simone panics when she hears it's 7 AM and she's missed jogging with Michaela. This leads to another argument where Devon wants Simone to let Michaela fire her. She also admits about the DUIs and that she's been struggling with alcoholism, which is why she needs Simone. Simone runs out to find Michaela on her jogging track. Devon has told everyone that Simone had a bad stomach, and Michaela tells her to get some rest. Simone then brings up Ethan, and Michaela says it's fine. She's free to date whomever she wants. In fact, Michaela is more concerned about Simone hiding things from her, including the manner in which Simone's mother actually passed away. Simone admits here that her mother didn't die in a car accident. It turns out she tried to kill herself while Simone was in a car with her. Luckily, Devon found Simone in time, and after this revelation, Michaela hugs Simone and tells her she's going to take care of her. Devon heads to the kitchen in the main house and strikes up conversation with the staff. It's here she learns that she's on the guest list for the gala, but when she brings up Jocelyn, no one really says anything. Later, Peter sees Devon on the grounds and calls her up to his tower for a smoke. They chat and Devon asks Peter how he actually met Michaela. He says Michaela's law firm was representing him during a merger. She had to step down from the case and he walked away from his marriage. He gives Devon the rest of his smoke and then leaves. Simone and Michaela return to the house and get back to work as usual. Peter comes across Simone and reveals he knows about her panic attack. He empathizes with her pain since he gets panic attacks as well. Michaela then calls Simone and shows her the 2 Magpie chocolate boxes. She claims the ribbons are different and says Peter was probably not in Japan. Peter arrived just as Simone leaves. Peter tells Michaela that he can't get in touch with Ethan, and Michaela says Ethan won't get in touch with Simone anymore. She then accuses Peter about not being in Japan, and Peter agrees, although he's sarcastic about it and the truth is unclear. He storms out and tells Jose he wants to leave and go off the grid. Michaela then tells Simone to follow him. Devon wakes up after a nap in a tower room and heads out. She roams around the house and finds Michaela taking a bath. She puts a robe on and then brings up Devon's mother, who praises Devon for raising Simone, but Devon says she left. She went to college even though she knew Simone was struggling at home with a depressed father who couldn't provide basic necessities. Simone was suicidal, and Michaela tells Devon that she lost her mother at a young age as well, and tells Devon she did a good job, making her feel seen. Suddenly, Devon finds herself in a car with Michaela's 3 female friends. They're out on a girls' day, but she doesn't remember how she actually got there. Back at Cliff House, Michaela calls Jose and demands to know if Peter had her locked out of his accounts. He refuses to admit anything, which prompts Michaela to actually fire him, but he says she can't fire him because he works for Peter. Of course, Simone updates Michaela on the Peter situation, who is actually buying weed. Michaela then talks to a lawyer about her prenup with Peter. He tells her that she will need proof of Peter's affair to get out of the prenup clauses, which she doesn't actually have. Simone ends up getting caught by Peter though, who forces her to go clam fishing in the sea. He admits he wasn't in Japan, but he was actually attending the christening of his grandson. Apparently his kids don't like Michaela, and she has tried to get him to sever ties with them. Devon finds herself taken for very expensive dress shopping. Michaela's friends tell Devon how Michaela saved all of them, and they're talking about how they all scored rich men when Jordan, whose real name we learn is Morgan of course, walks in and tells Devon she looks very pretty. Peter and Simone get along, and Peter tells her how Ethan has a habit of getting with young girls and then ghosting them by Labor Day. They're sharing a joke when Peter suddenly kisses her. She backs away and gets on a cycle immediately. On her way back, she stops and sends Ethan a voicemail since he hasn't texted or called her back just yet. Michaela calls for an update and Simone tells her Peter isn't doing anything suspicious. Simone asks about Ethan, but Michaela says she hasn't heard from him, so Simone heads straight to Ethan's place. Devon is with Morgan, who tells her that he heard people really think Michaela killed Jocelyn. He then asks Devon to come with him on a boat trip in the winter, but she isn't sure and they are interrupted by a call from Simone. They all rendezvous at Ethan's house, where Simone is convinced Ethan didn't leave because all of his things are actually still there. Devon inevitably jumps to the conclusion that Michaela has killed Ethan and begins to drag Simone away to get them off the island ASAP. Things wind up chaotic though when Michaela tries to call Simone and even uses Ethan's house intercom to tell Simone she's coming there. However, it's Ethan who turns up at the house along with 2 people, none other than Simone's father and Ray. Apparently Ethan went up to New York and couldn't contact anyone because he didn't carry the right charger. Simone is obviously confused here, but things become clear as Ethan gets down on one knee and pulls out a ring. So Sirens episode 3 is quite an interesting ride here. It's fascinating to watch the strong-willed Devon actually waver and get influenced by Michaela. Moore does a good job of portraying Michaela's manipulation, and the bathroom scene in particular stands out. The visuals here are great and really capture the otherworldly nature of the scene with the mist surrounding both women. The dialogue there is spot on as well, as we see how Michaela makes people feel seen and loved. Simone and Peter's storyline is all kinds of twisted though. For everything Peter thought about Ethan, he pulls the same move, and it really puts a dent in his character, which so far is starkly different from Michaela's. Ethan himself is a bit of a surprise, as is the fact that he isn't actually dead. His proposal is bound to change things up though, and with 2 episodes left to wrap this one up, who knows what will happen next. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, we'll see you on the next video.